Welcome back. We're talking with Missy O about the ways to have authentic conversations, including the 4 H's, because you said you really need to be listening to the other person to see, you know, maybe they're asking for help in their own way.
Right, exactly. And the more conversations we have with someone, the better it is, because we know them better. We can see the facial cues, we can see the way they're standing, the way they're sitting, the way they're responding, how they're not responding. And so within conversation, there's 2 ways to have conversations, and that is the actual conversation. It's connecting the speaking and the listening. But then there's also something that happens is the bond. And the bond is when you have the emotions and the feelings, and when you have the memories, the things that come from there that connect the 2 of you. And so that's why people say that they don't know how to connect with someone or what someone even means when they're emailing or texting. And so I have people that say, you know, my employees don't want to go and visit with the client, they want to text or email them. Well, we miss things like that when we're talking with people. And so the more we can have that bond with people, the longer and stronger those relationships get. So when we talk about the 4 H's, the humor, heart, hope, and help, it's really neat when we talk about the humor part of it. And you have to be very careful with humor, because humor can be a great tool, but can also be a tool that you really want to be cautious with. But when we look at people that are stressed or tired or overworked, often they're missing the humor in their life, and they're missing the downtime in their life. And so if we take a look at 4-year-olds, they laugh on the average of 300 times per day. 300. But if we look at the 40-year-old, they laugh 4 times a day. So if you're finding that you're stressed or the people around you are stressed, you can get that sensation or feeling from them. You can see that maybe they need a little laughter, maybe they need some time off. It doesn't have to happen in the same way. So that's one of them. That's the humor. And the heart. When we talk about the heart, people are like, oh gosh, I don't have time to be mushy-gushy and lovey-dovey. This is work. We can't do that. But what really is within heart is the human aspect of things. If you really stop and take a look at and get to know the people you're with, you know when things aren't going well. And so one of the things I hear employees say that they absolutely love about their managers and the owners of businesses is when the owners and managers take them out for lunch. Really get to know them, pull them aside and say, hey, how was that trip? How are the kids doing in soccer? How are they doing in swimming and football? How are those things going? When we take out the business side of things and really get authentic, and that's the difference, is caring. And that's where the authentic part comes in versus just having conversation to have conversation.
So where does the hope and help piece come in?
I think that there are times in our lives where we really need hope. If you can think about it, and sometimes those are the times when people say, how are you doing? Oh, fine, things are going well, when they're really not. And so even having the conversation, so people sometimes feel very lonely and they feel like they can't share. And so being there, being aware, smiling at someone. My mom says she smiles at everyone, that she sees every day, because she never knows where they're at, where they're going, or where they've been. And so it really makes a difference. And help. Where can we help? How can we help? Being aware of that. I was trying to think who it was the other day that I heard someone say, if you don't know what to do, find a helper. Find a helper. And that's so important for us to know that we don't have to bear everything ourselves. Having conversation and knowing that people are around us at all times to be able to help, we just have to know who to look for. And sometimes it's us that should be the helper.
Right. And you'll know that by listening in the conversation.
Right. And having that face-to-face, yes.
Yeah. That's so important. Thank you very much. How can people get a hold of you?
LinkedIn or Facebook, it's Missy O-H-E.
Thanks, Missy.
Missy O-H-E. All right, stay with us when we come back. Much more coming up right after this.